NEET SS candidates. And today I have a pleasure to congratulate Dr. Deep Patel, whom I've known from his undergraduate days. His All India rank is rank 5. Yes, you heard it right, 5. And this myth કે ગુજરાતીઓ NEET SS ના કરી શકે has been broken. Not only broken very bad. That these guys are ranking in top 10. And I have known a lot of other guys also doing well. We have another Gujarati guy from Baroda, whose interview I've already done. You can go through that, whose rank is 9. So we have two brilliant Gujarati chaps. And it's a pleasure to have you, Dr. Deep. Congratulations for your grand success.
Sir, thank you so much. Sir, you have been my inspiration since UG days, and I've been following you, sir, sincerely.
Thank you very much for those holding me in high regards. My pleasure to be your mentor. First of all, tell me, how many questions did you attempt, Dr. Deep?
Sir, I attended 148 questions and left 2 questions. I actually, sir, guessed 7 to 8 questions, which I didn't know. But actually, to be in the race, I need to attempt more. So, sir, I attended.
So this is again emerging as a common answer to all the top 10 rankers. I mean, we have more than 60-70% of top 10 rankers, one or the other course subscriber with the DocTutorials. And of that, the common message is that you need to attempt as close to 150 as possible. A lot of guys did 130 and then probably they missed out. So that's a very important message. So tell us about your undergraduate and postgraduate, and how was your preparation from the postgraduate days itself for the NEET SS?
Sir, actually, my preparation from undergraduate days also helped me in NEET SS. I actually read whole, I was not into the IMP stuff, and I read whole the textbooks in my undergraduate days, and that helped me. In postgraduate, sir, I read Harrison for most of the topics, and
Absolutely.
sir, I saw some tutorials videos also, and did the MCQ practice, sir. Sir, there was a continuous fight between should I do the higher stuffs in all the subjects? Actually, covering 14 subjects in 3 years or 2 years is not possible. So there was a continuous fight in my mind that should I do higher stuff of a single subject like cardiology, nephrology, or should I do everything as a whole but in short term?
So what did you do?
Sir, actually, it is very important to cover all the subjects, including genetics and everything. So basic stuff of all the subjects was my first priority. And then if time permits, then I go into the details of each and every subject. But actually, it is not possible for the students, except some brilliant friends of mine. But actually, for common people like...
You're also brilliant. But yeah, your point is very valid. Do you think that strategy helped? Because this time the paper had a lot of questions from infectious disease and genetics, which people were, not anticipating. Though cardiology, still, I believe there were 20-25 questions, which is like 1/6 of NET. And then neurology was around 15 to 20, which also was pretty decent number. But then I think people saw the genetics and ID as the surprising element. Did it help you because you were covering everything of everything?
Yes, sir. It helped, sir. I completed the basics of genetics, and that helped me. The syndromes, I also don't have any idea about, but the basics of genetics. Hello? Yes, sir.
Yes, you're audible.
But the basics of genetics and basics of ID helped me, sir. And I also studied the basic of onco, but actually it was not in the paper.
Right. So that's a good thing that Dr. Deep did. So that's one of the important message for those who are the new preparers for the next year's NEET SS, that you need to know something about everything. You cannot do everything about something. Better strategy would be to do something about everything.
Yes.
So other question that I want to ask you is that you were a DocTutorials full syllabus, DocTutorials grant test as well as the test series subscriber. How was the grant, the question bank of the DocTutorials? How comprehensive, how spread out, and how important it is?
Yes, sir. Actually, sir, after completing my MD, I just had 2-3 months to prepare. And so I decided to do only just the MCQs. So the DocTutorials question bank helped me a lot, sir. I didn't have time to revise the whole textbook, actually. I joined SRSIP, and so I had 3 to 4 hours a day to read. And so the question bank helped me a lot. I revised things with the question bank only, sir. And the DocTutorials grant test also. That also helped me to revise some rare topics.
So coming to the grand test, what was your rank in the grand test when we do? Because it's like pan India, the test goes live and then everybody plays in and then the marks are displayed and the results, So how much was that helping you? How were you doing in the grand test? What was your rank usually?
Yes, sir. My rank was in top 10 usually, sir. Only in one test I got 16th rank. Otherwise, all tests I was in top 10, sir.
So that's the thing. The grand test series of DocTutorials pretty much mimics and reflects where you're standing in your NEET SS. So the always used to be in top 10 and he still is in the top 10. So that's one of the key messages. So do you think that the test series mimic the preparation for the NEET SS? They were questions very much in the same line or same methodology?
Yes, sir.
Apart from slightly more onco and ID and genetics that happened.
Yes, sir. Apart from ID and genetics, ID was also asked in the DocTutorials grant test, sir. Apart from genetics, everything was simulating the grant test that we had, sir. And sir, solving grant test and time grant test taught us the time management that we required to do in the actual exam, sir, and which questions to leave and which questions to attend with confidence, sir.
So this test practice is equally important. Probably some, as we were discussing with any other videos with the other successful candidate, they were saying that this is more important than knowing the subject, because if you don't strategize, even if your performance in those 3 hours are more important than just knowing everything and not able to reproduce that in the test series. So
absolutely.
Right. So the question bank is divided into 2 parts in DocTutorials, right? So the one is the fundamentals and the other is the advanced kind of a thing. Do you think that you actually approach one topic both together, or what you did was the fundamental you finished first and then approach the advanced part of it?
Sir, actually, unfortunately, I was not able to see the higher stuff, means the individual subjects question bank. Actually, I solved only the NEET SS based medicine based question bank.
Only medicine fundamentals. So that's another thing. I mean, there you have Dr. Deep Patel. He's just done the fundamental thing, though both the things are there, and still I think it is hats off to his preparation also. But the quality of questions is pretty much mimicking what you can get out of NEET SS. Right. So do you think that the videos that are there, some of the videos like JVP or the free videos that you had access to, how was the quality of those videos, and did they help you out in preparation for the NEET SS? Was the quality, those topics, the important topics, are they the high yield topics, are they the one that you need to be going through rather than going through probably lot of multitude of videos that are flooding a lot of platforms? I mean, we are very selective with the topics, but there are some platforms that give more than number of topics that you can actually have to prepare through.
Sir, actually, from the very beginning, I believe that if someone teaches us, that gives us the different approach than we read from the book, sir. So I always used to, from my undergraduate days, I always used to see the teacher's approach about that topic, and that gives us a very wide wizard, sir, of that related topic. And sir, definitely the videos and everything helped me. Sir, not even videos do not only help in the examination, but also help in seeing the patient, sir. It makes a good approach towards that disease among the patients.
Right. That's very important, because it changes. The videos tell you the perspective of somebody else towards a patient. You tend to develop in one dimension, in the second dimension, and then you get that approach that a third person is having for that a patient or through that topic, in how to prepare, etc., giving the weightage which may be different than what you think is an important thing. For example, a lot of students have that syndrome names is what is important, but that might be a minuscule part of the topic rather than the most important part of the topic. So that's very well important point that Dr. Deep is bringing us out. Dr. Deep, you were also, because he was a student and I've been associated with him in the undergraduate days as well, you were also part of the WhatsApp group that we created for the students, right?
Yes, sir.
So what was the kind of discussions that would happen on the WhatsApp, in the DocTutorials WhatsApp group that we had? What did it help, and what was the discussions that would come on to those groups?
Yes, sir. Actually, generally social media takes a lot of time of us. So if we use it in the right way, and that's the example that WhatsApp groups do help in study also, sir. Many, sir, you and many other faculties, they also quoted good questions. Rahul Rajiv, sir, and you, sir, regularly were quoting good questions. And so by practicing that also, we can eliminate our mistakes, sir. and many of the friends were very active in groups. So whenever I get bored of studying, then I rarely see the WhatsApp group and remember that questions that way, sir.
Yeah, so that's very important message, because social media is such an addictive thing. But when you go to your Facebook Facebook likes, at that time, same time, there is WhatsApp prop-up happening that there is some question posted in Kamal Sharma's Elite SS group, and then you realize, okay, I need to go back from my social media.
I don't know this, so I need to know this. Yes.
Right. So you are still at Ahmedabad, or you back to your home and celebrated the success?
Actually, I went back to my home and then came back.
Okay.
Actually, I'm currently a senior resident in NHL Medical College, sir.
Right. So I hope that you get plenty of time to celebrate before you actually end up back joining the branch of your choice and the place of your choice. With a rank like yours, I think you have multitude of options. You can choose any branch at any place. Practically all seats are open for you. And I'm so happy, Dr. Deep, that you have broken the myth. And that's why એકવાર ગુજરાતીમાં આપણે ચર્ચા કરીએ આપણા ગુજરાતી ભાઈબંધુઓ માટે કે જે પહેલા બિલીવ કરાતું હતું કે આપણા વાળા છોકરાઓએ તો જે મળે તે લઈ લેવાનું, એવું નથી. નીટ એસએસ જેવી પરીક્ષા બી ડોક્ટર દીપ has shown કે તમે ધારો એ રેન્ક લાવી શકો અને ધારો એ બ્રાન્ચ સિલેક્ટ કરી શકો. સો તમારું મેસેજ આપણા ગુજરાતી ભાઈબંધુઓ માટે શું છે કે શું પહેલા તો આ મિથ માટે અને પહેલા બીજી પ્રિપરેશન માટે, અને હાઉ ટુ યુઝ DocTutorial ફોર ઇટ, એ ત્રીજી વસ્તુ, ત્રણ વસ્તુ જણાવો ગુજરાતીમાં.
હા સર, એટલે સર ગુજરાતના સ્ટુડન્ટ્સ તો બહુ જ સારું પરફોર્મ કરી જાય છે. સિન્સ અમારી જ બેચથી ચેન્જ થયું હતું. ફર્સ્ટ વોઝ ધ નીટ પીજી દેટ વી ગેવ. તો એમાં બી બધા જ મારા ફ્રેન્ડ્સ ને બધા દે ગોટ ગુડ રેન્ક્સ. એન્ડ અત્યારે સર હેલો
યસ યસ
અત્યારે બી સર નીટ એસએસ માં મારા ઘણા બધા ફ્રેન્ડ્સ છે. ટોપ 1000 માં ગુજરાતી બહુ બધા છે સર, ઓલમોસ્ટ 100 ગુજરાતી છે. And so, sir, we Gujaratis can also do wonders, sir.
Yes, so thank you, Deep. It was pleasure. Your, I think, video, there is a network issue. It's paused. We can hear your audio quality pretty well.
Okay.
Yeah, but pleasure to have you, and it's time for you to celebrate. Congratulations again, and looking forward to mentoring you even in future. It'll be a pleasure, and we hope to stay connected in future as well, and we are always there even after the selection to help you out in whatever way we can. Myself and at DocTutorials, will be a pleasure to support you in whatever way we can. Thank you. Bye-bye.